say it again. What do you use Hadoop for?
So it's to do MapReduce on a large distributed file system against structured, unstructured data.
Is Hadoop a database?
No.
So what else you can do? Or he or it?
So do I need to describe what MapReduce is?
Yes.
Okay, so MapReduce is a way to parallelize data manipulation problems by okay, I'm not going to give you the best explanation. You go for it.
No, I need help. I give you free meal this time.
That's okay.
Do you know why?
Last night.
Do you know why he won the free meal? He went to my Shiny workshop, and he is one of the few people submitted solution, and he did a great job. If you go to the website nycopendata.com, you can see his submission. So I really hope you learn and do stuff. That's the goal. So I send the repo to you. The presentation has 3 parts. Let's see whether my, oh no, it's on GitHub.
Yeah.
I need Wi-Fi. All right.
Well, there's some network connections over there.
So this one should work.
I can also have folks try the regular conductor Wi-Fi that has a stronger connection.
This is the Wi-Fi or the password.
It's Wi-Fi. So there's 3 that you can access. Try conductor for me, please. And then the password for that one is capital W, so the word we, R, just the letter.
Capital.
Yes.
Capital.
And then conductor with the C capitalized. I'll write it up on the board for you guys. If you can read my handwriting.
It works.
And if anyone gets access, can you just raise your hand so I know? Perfect. Perfect. We're going for 100% here, so. Great.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, thank you so much, you guys. If there's any problems, you can just grab me. I'll be in the office for the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Is my screen shared? We need help. Who work here? Can you connect us to the projector? My cable is connected.
It's on? Looks like it's asleep. The power seems to be on. Let's wait.
Flashing. Oh, we're on. Blue.
Searching.
Is it working?
Can you find her on the VGA? Make sure that she's screen sharing because it's not seeing a source. Oh, now it comes.
Blasting that into the air right now. We already have everything in line, so why did everything not?
Like, they should have like.
I think I shared the slides link with all of you. Have you seen this one? So we will do a really quick overview what Hadoop is, and we will start to configure your first cluster of the Amazon cloud. I already put all the steps on the GitHub repo. Basically, you can follow them one by one and make your cluster in 2 hours. So this is the paradigm. Usually
Can you speak
how
up a
we,
little bit?
what?
Can you speak a little louder?
Yes, hold
How
on,
are
let
you
me
doing
share
that?
my screen with you. Would you join me so you can watch everything on your own laptop? How many of you know the link? Join.me/YC-Open-Data? Luis? David? Ben? Yuri?
You can allow all if you like.
Okay, but quick.
If you hit unlock in the center,
What do you mean? Unlocking center.
next time it asks you for a person, there's 3 buttons. The middle button says unlock instead of accept, and then you won't be getting any more prompts.
I see. But I don't want to do that. It's the only chance you can know the girl who sits next to you, right? What's her name? Okay, 5, 10 more seconds. Who else?
Yeah, I think this is what is.
Can you see the link now? You can use your cell phone. Join me have application. Ooh. 5 more seconds? No more? Okay, good. So let me first go to the slides and GitHub repo. You should have got the link. So if you're bored during my presentation, you can read this along and try everything out on your own. I'm here to help. So this is the goal, what we want to do this Monday and Thursday. First, set up your cluster. Next is run 2 of the MapReduce. Really simple one. This is the new class I'm starting in 2 weeks. Hadoop beginner and intermediate one. So I use some of the content. This is the data analytical paradigm. The first layer is you collect the data, save them into your database, and push them to a data warehouse. then data market. After that, you explore them, like you do summary statistic, you do basic plotting. Next, you want to move up to data mining. You write machine learning algorithm. You want to know what else is hidden in your data. And you go to presentation layer, demonstrate what you find. And in the end, you want to make decisions based on data. So what Hadoop sit in? So most of us should be around those three roles, right? Data analyze and business analyze, or the boss, the end user, who make decision. So what kind of role you can take if you know Hadoop? Like ETL engineer, do you know what ETL stands for? That's right. Automates the whole procedure, get data and clean it up. And you can be data warehouse engineer. You can be analyzer. You can write your own procedure to produce results. Not many people do visualization inside of Hadoop, but it's possible. Also, you can be the guy maintain the whole data framework and make sure all the regular procedure runs. Okay, this is the layer you can do basic data exploration. Are you all familiar with those? Like different percentile.
Can't read the blue, black, and blue.
Ah, that's why I share my screen with you.
It doesn't.
This is the central tendency. That's why it's connected to mean, median, and mode.
Oh my god.
This is variational tendency. Variational tendency. Just different way to describe how the data look like, how skewed it is, like to one tile or the other tile. Okay. So here is 3 plots. You can do different regression. Linear regression, not sure what this one, but there are multiple ways to model your data. It might fit different regression very well, the same precision, same support. It's all possible. I want to show you a few slides about what are the data mining skills are. So the Hadoop class is designed targeting this layer, exploration, data mining, and presentation. This is a summary of all the popular algorithm: classifier, numerical predictor, regression, Bayesian network, logistic regression. Time series, feature selection, neural network, decision tree. Anyone know what's SVM?
Forecast.
There's a 4
That's right. So, what's the difference between principal PCA and SVM?
That's unsupervised and supervised, I think.
But they're very similar. What's the main part? What's the main difference between them?
SVM uses the kernel tree.
Okay.
It's
So
an-
undefined, okay.
PCA reduces the dimension of like the input data, right?
Mm-hmm.
And SVM is the way of just like an algorithm for making prediction. It's part of it's like another prediction algorithm. Right?
Okay. Good answer. So this is the first one. You can always do regression. Just draw a straight line. Make sure every point to the line, just minimize the distance from each point to the regression line. This is time series. We want to predict the seasonal trend. Like if you use city bike, you know the rush hour, you can't find any bike at any station. It's all gone. And you know you want to get in line before the crowd comes during lunchtime. We have the ability to do time series learning on our own. This is a classifier. It's widely used like in credit card company and different modeling purpose. Like if they want to see whether it should approve your application, they will check what's your household income, what's your credit card score, and how many savings you have, how many debit you had in the past 5 years. I heard they had more than 500 predictors to model whether they should give you a car or not. Okay, this is clustering. What does that mean? We want to group them into different groups based on the distance of them. This one looks like only 2 dimensions, but it can be multi-dimension. You find the centroid of the group and group by the distance. Association rule tells what are the relationship between 2 items. Like this is most classic example. Man who get bear will get diaper. I think 80% of you should know this one. But there was a contradictive report that people wouldn't do that because if you find a client always buy those 2 items, you want to separate them so they can walk a long distance and grab something on their way. Okay, so there are a lot of tools. How many of you use SAS? Oracle? SQL Server? R? Python? Cool. So DB2. Anyone from IBM? We learned IBM. SPSS? So you all have some understanding of the statistic tools. By the way, there is a report in February talking about R is the best paid skill these days. You can search for R is the best paid skill on Google. The first report will be the one you want to look into. It's on Revolution's blog. The median income is 150,000. Okay, so how it works. So usually, because I own a consulting firm, so how does data mining consultant work with client? First, client is the one who have the most domain knowledge. You want to ask their goal, borrow their domain knowledge, and use your own method to model based on their need, and bring back to them and ask them whether this makes sense to you, why things happen like this way. So it's the same thing for you when you do data analytics in your job. Your boss will tell you what he wants, and there are tons of data you can use. Which one you should use? Which one makes most sense? What method make most sense? So there's 3 stages, very typical. I figure out it's funny. Many people want to define what big data is. They describe it in their blog post, their book. They try to grasp all the corners of big data. What's your definition? How big is big?
Bigger than Excel?
Bigger than the RAM on a machine.
Okay, so if you accumulate data, the basic data union is bigger, like in gigabyte instead of megabyte or terabyte. You should think you have tons of data, right? And can Hadoop be used in all kind of data? First, Hadoop is not good for online database. That means if you are running Amazon, you want to calculate the result and push this back to production line, it's impossible because Hadoop can only do offline analysis. Even Hadoop is very quick. It still takes a few minutes or hours to finish the analysis. So if you want to do real-time online database, you need to use another tool called Storm, S-T-O-R-M. That is a real-time tool. These days, we can produce logistic regression in like 10 terabyte data, logistic regression in 10 minutes. How? Our Hadoop. So, what else? This is the path to big data. How can you become a big data scientist? So, Hadoop part, you need to have the basic, like how Hadoop works. How can you configure the cluster? You also need to like practice based on the real world cases. Like how can you do recommendation system? How can you calculate the frequency of words or frequency of product? You also need to use like Mahal, Hive, or HBase. So this part is the Hadoop. This is Storm. You analyze everything in real time. In order to understand Hadoop very well, it requires you to have a good understanding about Java. You should be able to read and understand Java, at least. Also, you should have basic knowledge about Linux, how to use VI editor, how to switch to insert mode, how to add stuff. Those are the two basic prerequisites for Hadoop. Visualization and NoSQL. Okay, let's do that. This is the idea for Hadoop. This is what we're using. PC, laptop. This is workstation. Mini computer, mainframe, factory support computer. And this is the main train. Everyone is going bigger and bigger. So how does MapReduce work? Map and reduce are two parts. You first say what you want to do, and you split the task to your slaves. And the slave will do the work and stand back to you and make you look awesome. That's the main idea. Hadoop have its own file system. So if you want to create file inside of Hadoop, you need to use zero command to make the folder and save it. And you need some channel between Linux file system and Hadoop file system.
Why does Hadoop have its own file system? Why does Hadoop have its own file system? How can you just use what was there?
I don't know why, but I guess they have different way to save stuff. Just like you save things in Excel, you open it by OpenOffice and make your editor and save it back. And when the Excel user open it up, it's broken. So people just have different tools to do it. As long as the terminal is smoothie, you can transform, it's fine.
I think it's just that it splits the files so that it can transform the jobs, it can send the jobs closer to the machine.
I'm not talking about the splitting part. I'm just talking about like you save your logs, you save your temporary files. Even it looks like it's on the Hadoop test folder, it's different from your
Format.
Linux. Yeah. What?
I was just trying to append to the comment.
Okay, can you
It's more
speak
like
louder?
It's more like a distributed file system so that you have resiliency, which you don't get it with the regular file systems.
Oh.
And you have replicated copies on the file system automatically.
Oh, you're talking about the redundancy, right?
Yes. Why is HDFS rather than regular other file systems? So I was just trying to explain.
Yes, we will see this part in the configuration. You can set how much redundancy you want when you set up the cluster. So I think if you want to understand Hadoop better, it's really good idea to get this book. It's the best one. And tons of books you can get, you can read. By the way, we have 40% or 50% discount for this meetup group for all the O'Reilly book.
What is it, code?
It's a code. You can buy O'Reilly book from their own website, half price.
What's the code?
What's the code? E-books.
I sent an email to their
ES user.
ES user. I will send another follow-up tonight if you don't have the code. MapReduce design pattern. Call action. Okay, so what do you need in order to do Hadoop work? You need the terminal, so you can SSH to the remote cluster. If you are a Windows user, you can use PuTTY. If you're like me, you can still use PuTTY, but it takes longer to configure your PuTTY. You can like render your PuTTY to X11 Windows, so it still have the nice graphic interface for you to use. What else? Because I'm configuring everything on the cloud, so you don't really need like VMware. VMware is like you are setting your cluster on your own laptop. But usually I don't recommend you to do that because it's slow and you can predict well how your option will work in the real production environment. And Amazon is really cheap. Like the configuration I will show you, it only costs 2 cents per hour per instance. I have 3 instances, so in the 2 hours session, I'm spending 12 cents. And if you are setting this up on a laptop, the minimum requirement is 4 GB memory, 34 bits Windows, because you need some extra memory and space. You can use this on 32 bits Windows. Let's get some real work done, okay? Are you excited?
Yeah.
So, how many of you have get AWS account? Awesome. So, you finished the first step of preparation. Let's log into your account for now. And click on the AWS management, the first one. Do you see it? If you didn't bring your laptop, please work on your neighbor's laptop. And Yes, you need to click under the left top corner should show you EC2 dashboard. Let me know if you are done with this step. All good? Who still needs some time? Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I got the account, but somehow it is asking me for sign up for EC2.
I think you have to sign up for each individual service.
Yes, you need to sign up for EC2 services because if you click on the services, EC2 is just one of the services Amazon is providing. Click on EC2.
Alright, remember.
Are we all good? So first thing, what should we do? We want to make sure we're safe. So we generate our key pair. Go down to the scroll, click on the key pair. Click on create. Put name like meetup or tonight is my lucky day or today is my lucky day. So I want to show you how I make my key pair name. I put because this keywords be saved to your laptop. You want to know what this key for. Like you generate key pair for your GitHub or other authentications. I say this is my EC2. I'm using Ubuntu, and how many cluster? How big the cluster is? So I put 3 because I'm going to launch 3 instances all at once. So that's a good idea how to name your key pair. If you put it's Yuri in April, you won't know what this for later. Okay. Okay. So after you finish the create key pair, it will bring up a Windows for you to save it. To save the .pem file. Do create.
No, I think
So you should see this window. It's your only chance to save this key pair.
Yeah.
If you don't save it, you need to create a new one.
How many can I create?
What?
How many can I create?
So did you see the key pair option here?
Right.
Click this one. Click on create key pair. Put the name there, and it will promote you to save the key pair.
So she's, I think, doing it over.
Any difficulty?
only one, right? Only one user.
Just one. It's your private key.
I'm not too familiar with this. What is a key pair? What are you pairing together? What does that mean?
So,
Is it EC2?
so I'm the only one have my private key.
Yeah.
There is pairs, private key, and public key to authorize each other. When you say you are Alice, you need to prove you are Alice. How do I do that? I give you, it's called public key and private key pair. So the server will be able to identify whether you are who you say you are. And you can recover someone else's private key using the public key. Like Amazon have public key. You put your own stuff, you generate your private key. When you send the private key back, Amazon can tell whether you are who you are.
Right.
And you also need to, it's like when you go to Google, you want to know if it's the real Google. you are authorizing Google. And
So your naming is just really like that you're here and you're doing it
yes,
here.
it's just a name.
Oh, okay. I guess.
It's 1025 bits. It's RSA
Okay, I get it
authorization.
now. All right, thanks.
Are we all good? Do you have the key? Okay.
I get it now.
So, guys, we have so many people tonight. Please keep the voice lower. Next, we want to click on the instance. Click on launch instance. And the fourth option is a free tile Ubuntu. Because we want to use this cluster for Thursday's workshop, I recommend you to select the nice option. I tried this one out. I can run my MapReduce over this instance. So scroll down and find this one.
Can you just repeat the previous step?
What?
The previous step.
Oh, sure. So you are at the EC2 dashboard. Click on the instance. Click on launch instance. The little blue button. And scroll down. Find the
create key pair one.
what?
The create key pair one you create key pair.
Create key pair. You need to save the key pairs. When you click on create key pairs, you put the name, and the file system will ask you to save the file with keyname.pem. So guys, click on this one to select. Click on next. Configuration.
I guess the first one, right? The first size?
You don't change anything here. Just click on the next configuration instant detail.
I only had medium there. Microsize is
Nice. Just count them. The nice one. It's Unix 12.04.
We don't get an option for
So here, have you reached this page?
No.
No.
Okay, let's do a quick. Sorry, it's very hard to do.
Okay, so the free one is, yeah, if you did the free one further up, then that's the only option.
So how many of you haven't get a key pair? Do you know how to do this now? You need key pair now. Otherwise, you can launch your instance. Click on key pair, put the name. Click on create. Put name like Vida. Click on create. And save this file. And that's your key pair. Next, we're creating instance. Click on launch instance. Select the count them. It's the nice option. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Oh, this is 9. Okay, so when you reach this page, click on next.
Sorry, what's an instance?
Which instance?
So you can consider instance is different machine. You want 3 machine.
But M3 medium?
You don't do anything. Just go through them. We're not changing anything here. And here we need to change 1, 2, 3. Because we want to have 1 master node and 2 slave node. Are we all at this page?
Yep.
Okay. It's time to click on review and launch. Don't do anything here, just click on launch. That's the place you put your key pairs. And click on I acknowledge blah blah blah. and do a launch.
Oh, take, me verified.
It takes a while. The
It
free ones,
takes-
it goes very quick, but the.
It usually
medium
takes
size-
1 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And you click on the service, EC2, go back to the front page. It go? So who want to switch to your screen? Join me can switch screen. Who can I switch to yours so I can see what the errors?
Oh, it takes,
This one?
yes, right, they need to verify.
Okay, you can take the presenter role. You need to install a 32 megabyte software. It's tiny, so you can finish in 20 seconds. How many of you failed the launch? Oh, I see. Okay.
You have to wait 2 hours
Yes.
to do a count.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
You have to like verify your account by email.
Yes. Can you go back to your email? Verify your billing and everything with Amazon? Okay. So because you get brand new account today, then it takes time for them to validate your information.
now, they validated it. It's very quick.
Yeah, if you already have like a regular Amazon account, it goes
You
very
passed?
quick.
Yes, I
Okay,
passed.
cool. Because your account is very
Yeah, I
new.
buy it.
It needs time to validate.
Yeah.
You can check and validate it.
Well, if you have another Amazon account, it'll go very quickly.
Oh, okay.
It'll go very slowly.
My problem was that I was blocking their site with,
Guys, Mike mentioned really important thing. If you have been buying stuff from Amazon.com, if you use that account, it will go past very quickly. Use your regular shopping account.
I was in charge more.
That means you didn't buy enough. Maybe? Maybe.
I don't know what I did, but I'm happy.
Have you passed the launching? You already passed?
Yes, I said your instances are now.
Okay. Refresh the page. So if you fail, you refresh it.
No.
So next, what should we do? So you will find all the running nodes. They are green.
You want me to do instances?
So you notice there is a column called status checks. I have 3 meetup 1, 2, 3. Those are the nodes I made this afternoon. I want to test the whole rundown. So you need to wait till the status change from initializing to 2/2 checks. That means it's fully launched. So you can tell one of my node is launched. And you can click here, give them a name. So M1, M2. It helps you to remember which machine you're using. And M3. So I want you to explore the tabs, the description, status check, and the monitor. You have options here. This one means I want to see majority of my window as the list of nodes. If you click here, the description will come up. If you click the middle one, split in the middle. So I want you to take a look at the description tab. You will have private DSN and public DSN. every time you stop your instance and restart it again, the public DSN will change, but the private one will always be the same. We use private one to authorize the communication among 3 nodes. But when we do remote access to the instance, we use the public DSN. So private is only between 3 instances. Public one is we use to access from our local machine to the cloud. Joe, did you get the instance? It takes little time.
I actually did this.
Do you want to join someone who already get the instant pass? Yes, please look around. If someone else next to you has the instance,
I'm a regular customer. As you can tell.
okay, let's. Okay, guys. Let's take a look of the repo. Which step are we at this moment? So we log into the account. We create your key path, key pair. We create their instance. And next, what are we going to do? We rename them, like M1, M2, M3. Next, we're going to configure their security group. So I mentioned security group is like firewall. We want to put all the 3 instances behind the same firewall so they can talk to each other. How do we do that? You can go back to our Amazon page. There is an option called security groups. Click on that. So if you pay attention to the node you just made, click on any of them. You can go further. Did you notice that?
Yes.
So the last column is which security group you are using now. So for the new instance I just made, the M1, M2, M3, I'm using Launch Wizard 5. That's the firewall I'm going to use to protect my cluster from outside attack. Make sense?
We don't have that further down.
Everyone have it. You need to like scroll.
I just have 5 or 6 columns.
Use left and right. You need to click on the instance. Click one of them and do right, or move the windows away. It's tricky to find the column, but you have there. Have you all find this column? It's at the very end of the windows. Okay, so they belong to this security group. We want to add the protocol to the security group. So if we click on security group and find the first one, that's my security group. You should have like Launch Wizard 1 because it's your brand new account.
Yeah.
So
I do have that.
I have 2, but I don't know why. I have a few.
okay, because you generate 3 nodes at once, they belong to the same firewall. So choose the one, connect to your instance, and click on inbound. You notice you only have one protocol here, SSH TCP Portal 22. I want you to add 3 more. Click on editor, choose all ICMP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 7th one. Click, and you should allow full range. You don't change anything else. Click on save. You are adding the second protocol. click on edit again. Next, we want to add TCP rule. So we want to allow 9,000, 9,001, 50,000 to 50,100. So I have all the detail in the repo. So in the end of the setup, you should be able to find those.
What is that?
First, click on all ICM, save, do customer TCP, choose portal 9000, choose save it, do custom TCP again, do portal 9001, save it. Do this for the third time, custom TCP, portal range 50,000 to 50,100, and save it. So in the end, double check whether you have this inbound table like this one.
It's only replacing the bottom one, it's not adding.
You have to add the rule
Yeah, you gotta add rule.
You,
instead of saying.
Yeah, you gotta do add rule. Add rule will create another line in there.
that's right, you need to do add row to start a new column. Click on anywhere, save. Adding one more, 5,000 to 5,100. Okay, you have all of them.
What are those ports for?
Is it 4?
Why do we open those?
Because those are the portal we allow them to talk to each other and talk to outside.
So what's the difference between 5,000 and 50,000? Is that what Hadoop uses to split the jobs?
I don't know the detail, I just follow the rules.
It has to be in the order.
What?
It has to be in the order.
No, the order doesn't matter.
So you have SSH, TCP, 22.
Did you get it instant? No?
No.
Okay. After you're done, you have all your instant running.
You,
What? You want to see the
yes,
details?
yeah, just increase the
So-
size of the security. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. You want to see here?
Yes, you only have 3.
Oh, I'm missing one.
Is it 50,001 or 15,100?
100. It's a typo.
Okay. You have to spend more money on that one.
Here's.
You already have it.
I have it.
I was not there correct.
So where is it then?
You probably saw, oh, one of ours.
Yeah, since it's
Well, yeah.
Okay. Have you all get this?
Yes.
How many of you finished this step? Questions? Yes.
So it looks like you're opening up ports 9,000, 9,001, and what's the 50,000 range to the whole internet.
Can you speak louder?
You're opening up these ports to the entire internet? Is that what you want?
That's right.
Okay, I thought you said we just have to communicate among each other.
We need to make them be able to communicate with each other, but the goal is to produce something. Like if you're hosting your website on Amazon, you certainly want clients to be able to access your website.
Right, but that's port 80, not 9,000.
Those 9,000 and 9,001 is for communication within the cluster.
So that's my question. Why does the source say anywhere those rules, if that's just in general?
It doesn't matter. As long as the portal range is correct, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so
just a moment.
So you should all have your instance. Once we have it, we need to learn how to turn them off so they won't keep charging us starting from today. I don't want you to blame me like 1 year from now, saying, oh, I need to pay 10,000 to Amazon. What's going on? So choose all of them, click on action. There is an option called stop. Don't do this now. Also, another option is called reboot. If you find weird things going on, you can reboot your machine, just like turn your laptop off, reboot it. And if you do reboot, the public DNS won't change.
Will or will not?
Still will not.
No, I don't know.
Only after you stop it, the public DNS will be regenerated. Okay, so we're all good. We finished all the preparation.
Just show that again, the port.
Yes.
Anywhere. 50,000, 100.
Yes.
IM.
Are we all good? Should we move on?
Okay.
I can take one more question if you have. Okay, let's start to configure our server. So we have all the instances. There are the 3 servers we can use. I want you all open a terminal. So click on terminal, new window. Once you have your terminal, first thing is to grab your public DSN. So how do we find it? I click on M1 and copy paste this part. That's the web link for my master node. I will save it in my Sublime. Make a note it's M1. You can do M2. Just save all the public DSN there. Click on second one, grab this part. And click on the third one, grab the public DNS. Okay, you should have all of them. Next, let's take a look of the repo. So, do you still remember where did you save your PM file?
Yes.
So go to the folder you save your SSH. I save everything under my SSH folder. If I do ls, I can see the public key and terms here. So,
You want us to rename our folder to .sh?
no, because I saved them in this location. You can save it anywhere else. So this is the first command you're going to run on your terminal. We need to reassemble the pieces because it's all my information. This is the file name you just made, the private key file name. Change this part to your own name. And because we are choosing Ubuntu as our default system, so the username will be Ubuntu. This is the links you just get.
You want the first node?
Yes. I want you to open 3 terminals to access each of them. Make different sizes. Like master node have the largest windows. Second would be middle size, so you won't get confused when you switch over.
Windows users.
Yes.
Did you say on Windows you should use Putty?
You can use putty.
Or what else did you suggest?
I'm not covering putty now. I want everyone to do the same thing using command line. Yes, it works. It works for both Windows and Mac. I'm covering both users. But use putty, you can save the authentication. You just click and you can enter the machine.
I don't think that's not going to work for Windows users, right?
It works.
Windows users, unless you have Sigwin and all the software installed, SSH is not like included.
Oh, I see.
So I can show what you need to do for Putty.
Okay,
There's enough
yeah.
Windows users here.
What's your name? Can I switch to your screen?
Is that it?
Permission denied.
Yeah, permission denied.
Permission denied.
Which one is your name?
Lenin, L-E-N-I-N.
Okay. Lennon is going to show you how you use putty to add your private key. Did you see the request?
Yeah, it's downloading.
Okay.
Alright, we're in master one, key one. You have to change the permissions on that file, 600. You have to change the permissions on the PEM file to 600.
600.
Yeah, search bar 600.
Okay, it's your screen. Guys, Windows users.
Okay, so Windows users, you need, in addition to Putty, you also need Putty Gen, which on the Putty page is right here. Screen's kind of minuscule, but okay, so make sure you download Putty Gen in addition to regular old Putty. And then once you have Putty Gen, you can open it, and it'll look like this. And I'll go really quickly here, but you go to the conversions menu and you click import key, because the format that Amazon gives you the private key in is not Putty friendly. So you'll find your key in there, the PEM file you downloaded, you'll open it. It'll give you this screen with some information, presumably that's the actual private key. Then you'll type in whatever comment you have, so you can not get confused about the keys later. And then click Save Private Key. And that'll generate a .ppk file, which you can use with Putty. I can show you how to do that in a minute.
Can you do this two more times?
Sure. Alright, so once you downloaded PuttyGen, open it, and it'll look like this. Alright, hands up if everyone has this screen open. Anyone has the screen open? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Then go to the conversions menu. Click on import key. And then in the dialog that pops up, find the .pem file that you downloaded from Amazon just a few minutes ago. Open it. And then nothing spectacular will happen, but you need to this will basically give you the option to give it a comment and attach a password to the key file if you want to. I didn't because this is just academic. But once you have this open, click Save Private Key. It'll warn you. Just click Yes, and it'll generate a .ppk file, which I guess stands for Putty Private Key, which is a format that Putty knows how to read. Yeah, I mean, whatever you want. Call it my private key or something. NYC Open Data Private Key or something. Alright, so that's step 1.
Okay, shall we give Windows user 2 minutes? So we do a quick raffle. First round raffle.
Sure.
Jay, you won you are the winner of last meetup. You can join the
Once you're done with the raffle,
So let me show you the stickers. Different color, pink, blue, green, and you can say, I mine data. Please. Windows user, we're waiting for you. Please.
45.
45.
Oh, sweet one, Grayson.
God, no way. No, that's rude.
He's ready.
Good?
Yes, maybe do a few more because Windows user takes.
How are the Windows users doing? Is everyone good? Good.
39.
39. Awesome.
Does anyone need anything repeated?
Oh, they are? Ooh, we've heard everybody is charged by something here. By the hour.
Two more?
Makes sense now. Even if you're not doing anything?
We have 15 and 13.
15, sorry. 13. 15.
I see.
It's you.
It is.
What's the other number?
13.
13.
Oh, mine is 40 and
Oh, Sterling, I didn't put any Sterling there. Redraw. Because I don't think anyone wants Sterling.
Called Star Cluster.
37.
37.
Okay.
So make sure you know.
Good job. Congratulations. We give you one sticker.
Are we all good? Are we all good? We go. Okay, guys, back to work. So, you want to assemble this based on your new public DNS?
You have to do SSH.
Yeah. There's another step for Windows users.
And not resolve.
Oh, sorry.
Didn't log in. Didn't log in. Server on Amazon.
One more step.
Alright, I'll make this quick.
Supposed to get that.
Alright, so
Guys, would you mind keep your voice lower so we can hear?
sorry, I can talk pretty loudly. Once you've created that PPK file, open up PuTTY. It should look something like this. Alright, so you're going to want to paste the IP or the DNS name from the instance that you created over in EC2. So if you look in your management console, click on instances on the left. You see all these guys running. And there's a column named public IP or public DNS. I think it's easier to copy the IP. So just copy it.
It doesn't work.
Paste it in this hostname field. And then on the left-hand side, there's a menu titled SSH. Expand that, click on off. And then there's a browse button. You want to click that, and then click on the PPK file. And this just tells PuTTY to use this private key file for this connection.
Can you just repeat from SSH?
Okay, yeah, so once you go to SSH, click on off. AUTH. Browse and select your private key.
And you said I have to choose
Then
the
go back to the session thing up here, session menu. And I would save it, just so that you don't have to do this every time. And just give it whatever name you want, like NYC, Open Data, Hadoop. And it's saved, and now you can, it'll automatically connect with the private key every time.
Thank you.
And I think we're at the same point now.
Okay, awesome. I will add this part to the repo, so Windows user can also do that. So, have you all tried to access your node? Can you do that now?
Yes, all three.
All three of them, good.
Node name or server name provided.
So that's how to do that. You first copy the command and switch it back to the server you have.
Oh, maybe you didn't add connectivity. Firewall doesn't have to add this stuff. You did all that exactly the way she said. So SSH 20, that's the important one. SSH 22.
The security, right?
Yes, you don't have any. Yeah, click. Yes.
Guys, no chit chat. Please, we have 2 minute people here. If you are on Mac, you can do Command N to open a new Windows. Just open 3 of them.
Dead.
This will be my third one.
It says server if you drag key.
What?
It says server if you drag key.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
It says server if you drag key. Server if you use the key.
You have to change the permissions on the key. Are you on Windows or Mac? I don't know if Windows.
On the Mac is just chmod.
Yes, thank you.
Sure, no problem.
Guys, if you get this work, please help your neighbors. So slow.
So we have to log on all 3 instances.
Yes. So, since you have the machine, next will be like get Hadoop source code, get Java source code, and make sure you can talk to each other. And the last step will be like telling master node what you should do. And master send a command to slaves and assemble the result back from slave. Connection is so slow. Yours working?
Yes.
Can I switch to yours?
Sure.
Mine's not working. Did you get a request?
No.
Okay, so
Do I need to be on that screen?
yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's your time to shine. I have to download it. Start with that thing.
So since it's two part of the workshop. If you're not coming, I just want to walk you through. You can work out this on your own. So once you access this node, each of the node, it will ask you whether you want to continue connecting. Do yes. And it will. Next is generate your server key. You run this command in your command window and do enter 3 times. It's like the same thing Lenin did in his PuTTY. So it's saying I don't want any key phrase. And you save this into your .ssh folder. And you want to open those ID_RSA public key. And each of the server should have individual ID_RSA. You copy paste all of them and save to your Sublime like this. this one is what I grabbed from my server. So it's actually 3 lines of the ISA. This is the first machine, second machine, third machine. Save all the ISA in the same file. So after you finish the whole section here, you should have this file. You grab SSH RSA from each individual instance. And next one is saying you can add this key.
Can you scroll up for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
So basically it's saying each 3 nodes have their authentication. I want to make sure they can authorize each other. So I'm adding, copy-pasting their ISA to each of the individual ISA files. So you copy-paste the whole file and go back into the file called authorized keys. Authorized keys already have 1 key there. So you want to copy-paste the 3 keys you just made in the end of the file. You should have 3 keys in the authorized key file.
Could you go back how to generate the RSA?
You need to go to each individual instance from this one, SSH key generator. It will generate a file called ID_RSA underneath of the SSH folder.
So is this required by Hadoop? Is this required by Hadoop or?
It's required.
So you're communicating securely between the 3 nodes?
Yes.
That's going to cause an overhead, which will slow down the whole technology, right?
But security is really important.
Yeah, you have bits and pieces of information across the 3 nodes. So if you hack into 1 node, you're not going to do that.
But you don't want to be hacked anywhere. You never know, maybe one node has your credit card information.
I'm just curious whether this is a
It's required.
Amazon requirement or is it Hadoop?
It's a requirement for Hadoop cluster.
So 3 times, generate the 3 times?
Yes, do the same thing for each of the instances.
Just with different key name?
Yes. So next 2 things I want to mention quickly. Thursday. Guys. So I have the big title like saying which file you're dealing with. You deal with server key file, authorized key file, and host file. In host file, you want to put something like this. The first number is your private DNS. And this is the name you just put there. I put M1, M2, M3. So split them into 3 lines and save it in your host file. After you finish all the steps, you can ping each other. Like if I'm on M1, I should do ping M2 and ping M3 to tell me whether my security group are set correctly, my RSA is set correctly, and my host is set correctly. Because if you don't know what's the private DNS, you can ping them. If you are not in the same firewall, you can ping each other. So this is a quick way you can make sure they can talk to each other. After that, you install your Java by those 4 commands. And you need to remember to exit and re-enter. Otherwise, your Java home setting won't be validated. So make sure you exit and log it back again. And check whether the Java home be the same value I put here.
We're going to walk through all this on Thursday, right?
Yes,
Oh.
but in case some of you are not coming back, in case of you think I did a terrible job, and the third part is how you can install the Hadoop and configure it. I noticed different mirror where it cause you problem. So I specify I want the mirror from Columbia. I tried 2 more. I tried 3 mirror. Only this one works. The other 2 break the Hadoop. I don't know why. So
how can I see the instruction?
the link was posted to the meetup.
Okay.
You should get email. already.
Yeah, the GitHub.
Oh,
So first download the source code for Hadoop, unzip it, go inside of the folder. You can configure the environment by using vi Hadoop environment file. Adding the Java home path to the file, configure the core site file and this is how you should configure it. Next, you make the temporary folder so you can save the log. Otherwise, every time when you restart the server, the log is gone. You want to make a new folder to save it. And this is the part I mentioned how you should configure your redundancy. Usually, the value should set to be 1 or 2, or at least less than your slaves, so you are not making too much copies of yourself. And you in master file and the local file, you mention what is your local server now. So if you are on master, you put M1. If you are on slave, you put M2 or M3. After you've done everything here, you don't need to do it again. Just copy over from your master to 2 slaves by using security copy, SCP. And you can format the path and start your own Hadoop by running this command. This is saying I want to go to this specific folder to do start all. And you can check whether all the Hadoop is running correctly by typing JPS. If JPS is working correctly, on the master node, you should see 4 procedures: name node, job tracker, second name node, JPS. On the slave node, you should see task tracker, date node, JPS. That's how you check them. Sometimes your slave only give you task tracker and the JPS, and the data node is not boosted up. You need to reconfigure the steps. It means you're missing one of the steps at least. And you can do stop all by running this command on your master. It will shut all of them. And you will have your first cluster. And after that, we can do some map reduce. Sounds good? I hope to see you Thursday.
We have to shut down the machine, the nodes.
Yes, please. Before you go, shut down your machine.
Don't terminate.
So do select all, action, stop.
I just hate you 6 times. Everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
By the way, you notice there is selection. I choose Virginia. It's the closest location to us. I also tried Oregon. I feel like Virginia is faster. Good? Thank you.
Is it comparable to the setup to link Hadoop with S3 server?
S3?
Yeah, S3.
S3 is one of the services.
Yeah. Is it easy to connect?
Guys, I want to show you the stickers. So next time you will have more intuitive to get stickers. And this is the usual one. We have the summer special. This is the summer special. Everyone wants this one, right?
Yeah.
Guys, can you vote for my performance? We always vote. It's called moment of truth. Upvote Very good. Okay. Not good. I'm not looking at you. Can someone take a picture? Guys, please let me know how I'm doing.
Seems to be going backwards. You got it, you got it rear camera on, you got it full camera.
Guys, we are voting. Please.
There.
Alright, everybody, thumbs up or down and smile. Incoming. Great.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
Bye, Vivian, thank you.
Yeah, sure. I'm
Bye, thanks. I can't come on Thursday because I'm out of town.
It's fine.
Is there
I will try.